Pleasant good morning, guys. It's 10:30 on the dot. I told you I'll come on for 10:30. I'm actually dressed and ready for the airport, traveling today. But this story coming out of New York, I thought that we needed to hear about this story. And this has to do with our CG, Mr. Mackey Holder, who is employed in New York as our consul general. That's a consul general of Barbados. And there's an accusation and allegations that have been swirling on the internet of, abuse of an official that occurred on Labor Day. So, we normally have Labor Day in the U.S., where all the Caribbean islands they celebrate, the culture, etc. And so I'm going to be reading. Hi, Mystic Angel. Good morning. I'm going to read you a couple of the what's happening on social media, and then I have some breaking news for you. Some breaking news. So just hang on, and I'm waiting on that. Some breaking news that's going to I'm going to share with you this morning. If you could share up the live for me, as you know, people don't expect me to come on. We're going to be on again this morning, this evening at 7 a.m., 7 p.m. 7 p.m. But we had to jump into this. So, we kind of delve in and to try to get the truth of what is happening there in New York. So this is what has been circulating. So I'm just going to read it. CGID, which is the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy, okay, they condemn Barbados Consul General to New York over his verbal attack on female New York elected official. The CGID for Democracy on Monday harshly condemned the behavior of the Consul General of Barbados in New York, Makie Holder, for his verbal abuse of a female New York elected official on Monday's West Indian Day Carnival parade. The parade was held on Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn and attended by millions of West Indians. The Barbados Consul General was not only verbally abusive, according to this report from CGID, they're alleging, but he lifted his hand and pointed his finger in the face of the Democratic elected official. The Consul General knows who the elected official is and fully recognized her at the time of the incident. This is according to the report from CGID, and these are the allegations against our CG Mackey Holder to New York. The attack occurred on a double-decker tourist bus sponsored by BTMA, which was part of the parade. What is bizarre is that the West Indian American Day Carnival, which organizes the parade, does not normally allow such buses in the parade. However, the Barbadian community appealed to the very elected official to assist with getting the bus to be in the parade. The elected official successfully appealed to the association to allow the bus in the parade, only to be placed in disrepute by the incivility of an apparently power-drunk consul general. The situation unfolded when the elected official, who was playing mass in the 95-degree temperature, saw the bus in the parade and hopped on to greet the occupants and ask for some water. She was immediately accosted by the hostile, arrogant, and ungrateful consul general, who ordered her off the bus in a degrading and disparaging fashion. While pointing his finger in her face, he yelled, "Get off my bus." He then asked her if she did not have money to buy her own refreshments. This is according to the report that was given by CGID, and these are the allegations against our CG, the CG to New York, the Barbados CG to New York, Mr. Mackey Holder. Several Caribbean Brooklyn community leaders discussed the matter and denounced Holder's behavior. The pervasive view is if the official was a male, the consul general would not have ventured to be uncouth and disrespectful. The community feels that he was particularly abusive because the elected official is a woman. We in the Caribbean American community will not tolerate this kind of abuse of our women. Holder obviously does not represent Caribbean values of hospitality, camaraderie, decency, civility, and respect for women. His disgraceful conduct is beneath the dignity of a diplomat. Consequently, he is no longer welcome in our community. Those are strong words. CGID joins with others in the New York Caribbean American community to demand that the Consul General immediately offers an unqualified written apology to the elected official. Moreover, we also plan to be a signatory to a letter to the Caribbean American community leaders to write to the Prime Minister of Barbados demanding that Holder be recalled from New York forthwith. And this is coming from Richard Millington. He's a lawyer and he's a director of communications in the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy. Now, this is what was sent out yesterday. This is a report that was sent yesterday, and since that time, we this was sent to me yesterday. I had then reached out to the CGID. I spoke with one of the leaders there, and they agreed to come on this morning to further enlighten us. Okay, since that time, Barbados began to send out their own information via social media and said that it's not so. In fact, there's something going around, and it says fake news. That the letter that was sent by CGID, that it's fake news. So this is what has been going around on social media, saying it is fake news. Okay, and this was posted on Instagram. So Barbados is denying that this is what occurred. In fact, what they're saying that happened was that the elected official was being boisterous and aggressive. Is that is what is being sent around on social media, that which I'm not able to post because of the source how I got it. So we reached out to the one of the leaders of CGID to come on to really shed some light on this, and for us to be able to understand why they would go as far as asking for the CG Makie holder to be recalled. Why, what happened? What kind, how bad was this thing, right? Now, what is important is that remember that this is not the first incident that we have heard of our officials, who are consul generals or ambassadors, etc. The last couple of years, we've heard of several incidents throughout the wherever they serve. Now, I received a WhatsApp message this morning, and I want to read that to you. It says, first, it was the embarrassment caused to Barbados by the former consul general to Miami. And so I don't remember if you, I don't know if you all remember, but there was an allegation that was circling all over social media against the consul general to Miami. And he was actually recalled, from what I understand. I don't know if he was officially recalled, but I think as far as my investigation goes, he was brought back to, well, he's now in Barbados. Let's put it like that. So let me not use the term recall, but my understanding that he is now back in Barbados. This is a consul general to Miami, where it was alleged, and this is via the information that was being sent, that there was some you know, uh, what you would call it, inappropriate action to a young lady, and that it was, sexually inappropriate behavior to a young lady. So that was the, the allegations against our consul general to Miami. Now it is the embarrassment caused to Barbados by now the consul general to New York. Well, it's alleged, the allegations, and it doesn't look good for Barbados, and we don't really need this kind of thing this at this time. The Barbados brand does not need this. So I believe that it is important for all those who are in authority to really look at this, because this does not look good for the Barbados brand, whether it is real or it is not real, whether it is fake, whether it is made up or not. The point is that we need to get down to the bottom of this and begin to look at how we're presenting ourselves out there to the world, right? It is also said there's now a rumor that the present Deputy High Commissioner of Barbados to London is going to be recalled. I don't know if anybody's aware of that. So this is the present Deputy High Commissioner of Barbados to London has been it is alleged this is also on rolling around, guys, that deputy is going to be recalled. I don't know, but I'm just presenting to you what is happening. So here you had the consul general to Miami. He's now back in Barbados because of those serious allegations that were levied on him, and is and yet to be proven. But because it went they went public with it in the media in Miami and also right throughout Barbados, and so that would have put a stain on his character, which is unfortunate, you know. And so he's had to come back to Barbados, and now we're hearing that there are those within the Caribbean community. They're saying that what was done to the councilwoman, this elected official, a female, was they considered it to be abusive, and that the consul general to New York needs to be recalled. And we are yet to hear both sides. We'll continue to bring you what all the reports that we are getting. We will continue to share that with you, because the brand of Barbados is very, very important. Dighton and Wayne and Mystic who are joining, you would agree that the Barbados brand, it is important, especially now, that that brand is kept intact, and it's not ruined. And so we need the government of Barbados to step in to these situations and to look at them. As I said, we're being told now that the news that has come to me is that the deputy high commissioner of Barbados to London is going to be recalled in October. I don't know. We will have to wait till October to see if that right. The BLP has been in office for a mere 5 years. The scale of the rot that has overtaken Barbados is incredible. This um, notice saying we are in deep trouble in Barbados. Why? I have never heard of these things happening overseas in our different offices before. I don't know about you. I over the years I have had to work with various consul generals. Whether it's New York, it's Miami, London, wherever. I've had to, because I travel with the films and I travel through the different offices, and they facilitate our activities. So I'm a little surprised. Barbados carries a very strong brand internationally, and so it is very, 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 very sad. So what we want to do is just to bring to you what is happening. We are also getting reports that the office of the Barbados Consul General in New York, that they are being, some of the employees are saying that they're alleging that they are being treated like garbage. This is now the same office that is run by um, or CG Mackie holder. I don't know who is the person who is treating the people at that office, at the CG, the office, the Consul General office in New York. Who are the persons that are treating the workers there like garbage? But that is what I was what is coming to me, and I believe that it is important that we report these things, and hopefully we'll be able to get to the bottom of it, because even the workers at the Barbados Consul General in New York, they are complaining that they're being treated like garbage. Can somebody, we need to know, is this true? We need the government of Barbados to look into this, There are also some other improprieties that they are speaking of, having to do with misappropriation of funds. They're at allegations. These are all allegations of misappropriation of funds at the Barbados Consul General office in New York. I know they did not name anybody in particular, but there is a concern about that. So yeah, so I think that it is important that we look into that as a country, because once those employees there are disgruntled, they are going to continue to send information out. And I think that it is important. That's an office that has served Barbados very well over the years. We've had some great consul generals there that I've had to deal with. Consul General Price, who is a wonderful man, um, very humble man, and served us well when we traveled, took care of all the children from Praise Academy. There was another person, I can't remember her name now, if somebody can tell me, the beautiful gray hair and a lovely personality there in New York. Can somebody tell me her name? Um, yeah, can somebody tell me her name? I can't remember her name, but a wonderful person there. I think that is wonderful. And no, I am not having a press conference, but I do a podcast, and so as information comes to me, I report on information. All right. So to those people, yeah, and I agree with Julia that there was no consequences, nothing happened, and has left with the Miami situation, and has left a real stain on the on Miami. Yeah, on the Miami Consul General's office there, and nothing was done about it. Okay, and so this is why it is important that we report on these things, and ask your representatives the relevant questions that need to be asked. Okay, very very important. Now I told you this morning that Rickford Burke was going to come on to the program. Well, no, yeah, the information is already checked, Tennyson, and I have been talking to Rickford Burke all night. All night I've been talking to him this morning, and so here it is that Rickford has sent to me that the mediation is being arranged, and the mediation arranged when CGID then send out the details. Okay, so let me read the details to you, because a mediation is on the way at the moment. So for you who are saying that I need to find out, it's coming in my phone right now. It's coming to my phone right now. It's coming into my phone right now. You can bet your bottom dollar on whatever I bring. So it's coming to my phone right now. And so let me read to you what was sent before the mediation occurred. Okay, the mediation has started, and there is a reason there's a mediation, because there has to be some truth to this, right? Now, let's just go through the facts that what CGID is saying is the facts. Let's put it that way, because we, as I said earlier, that the those within, the consulate and etc., and within Barbados, some of the officials are denying what they believe, what was said to have happened by CGID. Okay, so here are the facts according to CGID. All right. Okay. The bus in question did not belong to the Barbados Consul General or the Barbados Ministry or Cultural Department. The Barbados Department of Culture merely sponsored 25 of 85 seats on a double decker tourist bus rented by Sesame Flyers International, the largest mass bus, to facilitate hospitality for their artists, sponsors, and special benefactors. Okay. Number two, the elected official was a benefactor. She, on behalf of Sesame Flyers, got the permit for the bus to be on the parade. The day before the parade, Sesame Flyers summoned her to their offices, invited her to be on the bus, and gave her credentials for her and four members of her team to be on the bus. This again is reported by CGID, who I have spoken to directly and have sent me this to read this morning. At the parade, after playing the mass in the 95 degree temperature for the entire length of the parade, the elected official, her 11-year-old daughter, and two nieces walked back 4 blocks from the Brooklyn Museum to Bedford Avenue to join the bus and partake in the refreshments. When they approached the bus, some of the persons initially blocked them from entering. She informed them that she had wristband credential to be on the bus. The director of Sesame Flyers saw the persons connected to the Barbados government prevented the elected official from getting on the bus and observed persons shouting for her to get off the bus. He intervened and instructed that she be allowed on the bus. So this is now the official from Sesame Flyers. He then introduced the elected official to the Consul General of Barbados, the Barbados Minister of Culture and advisor to the Ministry of Culture, Brian Corbin. He exited the bus with the elected official, for whom he got cold beverages, and they rejoined the bus. He then again left the bus to be with his masqueraders. Subsequently, according to CGID, the elected official's 11-year-old daughter told her mother she was hungry. The official in turn asked the person providing the hospitality for a plate of food for her daughter. It is important to note also that the elected official was on the bus for a total of 30 minutes. At this point, the matter escalated. The Barbados Consul General and Brian Corbin allegedly engaged the elected official in a hostile manner. The Consul General pointed out that he paid $75,000 for the bus and she's not entitled to be on the bus or to eat food. An argument ensued during which both the Consul General and Corbin became belligerent, pointing their fingers in her face and ordering her to get off the bus, asking if she was poor and couldn't afford to buy food for her daughter. Another person sitting next to the Consul General's wife placed his hand on the elected official's side to block her from going to the food area. She demanded that he remove his hand from her leg. This again is a report that is coming from CGID out of New York. Okay, and they've asked me to read the report. Another person pushed the elected official aside to pass, knocking down her daughter, who was standing directly behind her. None of the Barbadians intervened, according to this report. It's alleged that he only apologized for knocking down the child after the elected official demanded that he do so. This assault and harassment of the elected official should be condemned by all. CGID as confirmed with Sesame Flyers, these are the operators of the bus, that while the Minister of Culture agreed to partly sponsor the bus and to be allocated 20 of the 85 seats, they have not yet been paid that money to Sesame Flyers. Moreover, CGID confirmed that the beverages and refreshments on the bus were provided by Sesame Flyers and not the Consul General of Barbados. In light of the circumstances, the Consul General should have been more circumspect, polite, and prudent while attempting to commandeer the bus and to be a crass, audacious bus police. This, again, is according to CGID. I'm reading the most recent report that is coming out of CGID of New York. This level of incivility and crassness is not only abusive and insultive to the elected official, it is offensive to all of us as Caribbean Americans and New Yorkers, they said. We treat our women with respect and dignity. What transpired on the bus was an abomination, an embarrassment, and should be widely condemned and exposed. Caribbean people are hospitable. We do not insult people over food, especially at Carnival. When this incident occurred, one of the community leaders texted the Consul General and asked him to resolve the matter with the elected official. He refused. Others also publicly called on him to address and resolve the issue. He did not. How dare these people abuse one of our female elected leaders and her child with the express intent to publicly humiliate her and expect to get away with it? Rest assured that this community will not tolerate it. And this is coming from Richard Millington, the Director of Communications of the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy, September 6, 2023. Okay. Now, since that went out at 10:25 this morning, this is on my, you will see it here, 10:25, right? At 10:25, this morning, this it came out that the mediation, that they want them to stop talking, and that the mediation is being arranged. So now, because it's getting public, the mediation is being arranged, and that is what these podcasts, like what I do and what others do, it's very important, because the traditional media in Barbados, they will not bring this. They will not bring this. And as a result, you see what's happening because of this social media pressure, and because of all that is happening, there is a mediation is now being arranged, where it was alleged before that they weren't interested in that. And this is what is coming to my phone, that came to my phone at 10:34 this morning. The parties involved in the controversy over the alleged bust of a female New York official and the CG of Barbados and some member of his team on Monday have agreed to engage each other at a mediation meeting to be held today, September 6, 2023. Okay, so there is a mediation meeting that is going to be held, right? A mediation meeting that is going to be held today, right? Right, there is a mediation meeting that is going to be held. And for those of you who you have a problem with me reporting on this, I wasn't the one on the bus, okay? And I'm not the CG, and I wasn't involved. I'm not being a part of any allegations. Nobody's alleging that I embarrassed Barbados. All I'm doing is reporting. So you really need to take your aggression somewhere else. Okay. This is what is happening. That a mediation is occurring today, and I will bring you the results of that mediation. I was promised that by CGID that they will contact me, as they have been, after the mediation is um, done today, September 6th. So we'll be following this, okay? We'll be following, this will be followed, okay? This is going to be followed. This is important that we look at what is happening, what is happening, and that we not be I will tell you, this platform is not, we are not being paid by anybody. We are bringing bringing to you what is happening, as I told you, as it happens. It's coming on my phone and coming directly from CGID, and they are letting me know that there is a mediation that is going to happen today. And as I said, that happened, that was sent to me. The first indication of that occurred at 10:25 this morning. Says that they want us to stop talking. Mediation is being arranged, and that happened, I believe, after the details were released. When the details were released, right? When the details were released, and at no point did I say that these were facts. I said that they were allegations. Okay, but you see, there were there are some people that are intending to, as they do in Barbados, they're intending for us to shut up, and we will not shut up. We will not shut up. At no point did I say that these were facts. What I'm saying, I came on, the first thing I said is that these are allegations. Okay, so so please, please, that is what we said at first. Okay, so let that be understood. Let me read some of the comments that I'm seeing coming up here. Yes, guys, sorry about that. Right, so we are not going, we're not involved in, as I said, it's a Caribbean. Listen, I'm not here saying that these things are facts. I am telling you that as it occurs, I'm bringing it to you, and that the government of they have reached out to CGID, and there is going to be a mediation is going to happen today, and I will bring you the results of that mediation. I was told that by CGID, and so I'm bringing you the information as it is happening, and we are not going to sit down and allow this kind of thing to occur, and we don't speak about it. We have to get to the truth and this is what social media does, because what you're going to understand is that those of you who live outside of Barbados, this will never have seen the light of day in traditional media. It will never see the light of day in traditional media. I'm telling you, after it's resolved, you will see it, but it will never see the light of day. And that's why it's important that we use these forums and bring it to the people and bring these allegations to the people. All right. So it's a very short show today. I am getting ready, guys, on the way to the airport. Please join us for our show later today at 7 p.m. We might be able to have have a further report on this, because the mediation is happening today, the 6th. This is what has come to my phone. The mediation is happening, and that is why Rickford Burke is not on, because they have the mediation that is happening. Okay, so I will let you know more about that. God bless you all, and I will see you at 7 o'clock. And we will not stop speaking. We will not stop speaking, and we'll not stop digging, and we'll make sure that we get to the bottom of everything that happens in this country. God bless you. Love you all. See you at 7. Okay? Bye bye.